we're trying to evaluate whether or not a gun is giant in relation to a specific body. In comes the concealment percentage principle. So in order to determine if your gun is giant or not in comparison to your body size, you'll want to measure your gun from the top of the optic to the bottom of the magazine. Quick tip, if you don't have the gun you wish to carry on hand, you can use a handy website called Handgun Hero to find almost any gun's measurements. You can even compare and contrast different pistols. Next, you'll want to also measure your body's hip-to-hip distance. You can do this by feeling for the front of your hip bones and then rotating your fingers in until you feel the innermost portion of your hip bones. The distance from each of these spots is what you'll want to measure. Divide these numbers into each other and that will spit out a percentage. We would consider anything between 40 and 50% of your hip-to-hip distance to be challenging, but once we exceed the 55%, we are in the realm of absolute hard mode trying to conceal a giant gun. Something you'll hear us talk about quite often is finding your body's concealment sweet spot. Everyone's body has a concealment sweet spot which lies in the valleys of your abdomen. Most body types find that that space is off center of their navel on one side or the other. For the best and easiest concealment results, we recommend most people reach for a gun that is less than 40 to 45% of their hip-to-hip distance. And again, once you go beyond 55%, you've really entered into concealment hard mode because the gun is exceeding your body's natural concealment sweet spot. When it comes to concealing a gun that is larger than your concealment sweet spot, you still want to start with these basic principles. Find your concealment sweet spot, getting enough grip tuck, and getting enough grip rotation. Finding your concealment sweet spot is as simple as taking note of your body's natural landscape. Identify where your body peaks and where it lays flat. Many body types peak right in the center of their abdomen, but have valleys on either side. Some have valleys lower, while some have valleys higher on their abdomen. Make sure to watch our full concealment sweet spot guide here.